Good job. Now what I want to accomplish with the second person that gets up is now let's actually think of trying to achieve our story. So if it's in the Lamaze place, think of the things that actually happen there. Think of actions. Whenever we do a one per word at a time story, just like in a regular scene, you shouldn't really get stuck with, it's my fault actually, because I started the scene off with I. Never start off from that person. I, this, I, me, I. Remember, scenes should never get to the I place because it becomes about you and you can't move forward and move out. So in the next scene, whoever, I'm going to partner Jonathan up with someone. Whoever Jonathan partners with, neither you nor Jonathan can refer to, then I did this, I reached. Always think of actions to move the person forward and the story forward and try to get to a resolution. Volunteer. Volunteer. You. Jonathan?
Great. What's your name? Monica. This is Monica, everybody.
Monica. Hey, it's the high colonic lady. Okay, so Monica, you and Jonathan are going to do a one word at a time story set in a preschool. But it's not just any preschool for kids. It's actually preschool for a very specific occupation. I'm sorry, someone raise your hand for me? Someone raise your hand? Yes, sir. So these are baby commandos set in a baby commando school. And go.
Once
upon
a
time
there
was
a
preschool
called
a preschool called Troopers.
This
Preschool
was
wild.
It
had
kids
everywhere.
The
wildest
kid
was
named
Osama.
He
was
bad.
Really
bad.
Really
Really
bad.
He
always
knew
when
to
smack
his
friends.
Larry,
his
friend,
was
tired
of
his
smacking.
So
He
put
him
in
Washington.
Didn't I read this story in the news?
Yeah, I think you did. Since
He
was
in
Washington,
he
could
never
smack
Bush
or
Gore anybody
again.
because
If
he
did,
he
would
get
a
beating.
Wrap it up.
the
Best
ending
to
this
story
is
don't
ever
send
a
child
to
troopers
or
troopers preschool
with
Osama.
I think that wraps that up. Good job. Let's hear it for her. Thank you, sweetheart. Good job. You see what's good about that? Good job, Mr. Mangum. Is you actually managed to move things forward. I don't, bless you, someone. Bless you. I don't know how, the smacking Bush in Washington, that's a good. But at least they were listening and moving things forward. Good job. Good job. Now I think Alan and I are going to do something right now. Yeah, first off, I'll take Alan and Jonathan. Come on up, please. Jonathan, if you don't mind, you'll direct this for me, okay?
Sure, no problem.
So we're going to do something called a story, die. Now, this is still a listening exercise, but really, it's still you trying to learn to tell a story and move things forward. So instead of one word at a time now, you're really going to get a chance to talk and move the story forward, but you can only do it when the hand is on you. When the hand is off of you, you have to stop mid-phrase, mid-sentence, mid-action, whatever you are doing. So Al and I will do a quick one first and show you how it's done, and then we'll get 2 volunteers from the audience.
What's the room in your house? Foyer. I like foyer.
Foyer.
Because it's like fjord. Okay. This is the story of the foyer.
I was lost in my thoughts in the foyer. I could not
believe how big and vacuous my brain was when I stood in the front of my house
I decided to treat myself
to an ice cream.
cone. This cone would be made by Baskin
Robbins, which
are no relations to Tony Robbins, he of the big.
head and big words. He was a friend of mine and came into my foyer regularly. In fact, he was
Big on everything that I
believed in
ding, friendship, love, and
masculinity. He's the
person that I would go to preach my masculine trainings. Tony came over
one afternoon
and
told me that
he
was going to put me in my place if I didn't
announced that the two of us were going to be in.
trouble. Once again, we're going to go to jail, he said. He said, if you don't tell me right
Now, he would go to the press and leak the fact that I was loving Tony Robinson's great big head and long words. So I decided to leak to the press myself. I was going to go and rat out Tony and myself. I was no longer going to purchase his overpriced 50-piece CDs, complete with a matching DVD and a roadmap to self-help and discovery. I was going to become my own man and try to reach the inner Wayne
Brady.
D. Now that's how you do it. Good job, man. That's a brain fry. That's actually a really hard exercise. It's one of those things that you call a brain fry because you just have to keep talking and hope what you're doing makes sense. Once again, practice what I preach and not what I do. I started off with I. I should not have done that. That was a bad thing. Bad way.